Hello, my name's Anna and welcome to my crib. Today I want to do a little bit of an apartment tour because I very much wanted to decorate the apartment like a Gothic castle. This is still a rental, so I think you'll find most of the things that I cover in here are rental friendly, but it's in the little details that just makes it look like a castle in Transylvania. That was very much the vibe I was going for, even though it is in a normal, cozy apartment. Let's get started. So starting with the living room area. Obviously we have the Christmas tree up currently. Over there behind the Christmas tree, we have this little bookshelf that you attach to the wall. And then next to that, we have the mirror, which is supposed to be kind of like a gilded Baroque type mirror. It was the most authentic looking one that I could find at the lowest price point possible. It's definitely not actually gilded, as authentic or large as I would like, but it gets the job done, you know? Next to that, we also have this cute moon phases thing that hangs down. Again, I realized at some point that gold accents really add a level of class to apartments, whereas before I always wanted to decorate with silver. But switching to gold just kind of made everything a little bit classier in my opinion. Now let me show you what we got down here. Obviously there's some Christmas decor on the TV stand, not really relevant to the castle theme that we're talking about today. I found a somewhat oriental looking rug that was just kind of like neutral. I'm not like a big fan of millennial beige, but I figured this kind of matches the floors and it kind of matches with the brown earthy tones that I like to have inside the home. Here on the coffee table, there's this plaid red and green Christmas table runner. I'm obsessed with these coasters, which are white marble, again with like gilded edges, just again really makes it classy. And as you can see, for like all the pieces of furniture, I tried to stick to dark brown. In the past I've done black wood, but I think dark brown just adds a little bit of warmth that makes me feel sort of like I'm in a Victorian cottage or like a treehouse or something. Let me turn you around so that you can see where the magic is done. So down here's the couch. It's an L-shaped couch. I'm literally so obsessed with it. I've never been as comfortable on a couch as in this one. This is one piece of furniture that I really wanted to invest in, and I'm so glad I did, because honestly, I have never ever been like comfortable reading like anywhere in like any position except when I sit right here. Let me give you a demonstration. I sit right here, I read my book, I'm looking out at the mountains. I wish I could show you guys the view. It's absolutely stunning, but obviously I don't want to give away where I live. But it's just like the most comfortable, coziest position I've ever read in. So if you're ever thinking about like investing in one piece of furniture, a really deep L-shaped couch is definitely the way to go. This here is what I call our baby boat. I don't know what they're actually called, but I call it a boat. It's woodland themed, really like matches with the couch, but this is where the baby naps during the day while I'm usually just sitting here on the couch. The baby's nursery is also woodland themed. I'm not going to show it to you because I just feel like, you know, the baby can't consent to like having their room be shown on the internet. But one thing I will mention is that I bought this like beautiful woodland tapestry, which is kind of like a blanket, but you can use it, you know, on the walls as well. That's just a game changer. You'll see we also have a tapestry in our bedroom, but I think if you want to put any beautiful decor to like cover the walls, woven tapestries is absolutely the way to go. I got mine from Etsy. Now back here, you may recognize my workspace. This is where I film my YouTube videos. So I have here 3 bookshelves. I'm sure pretty soon I'm gonna need to order a 4th one. And then over there I have the paintings of my cats. So like not really paintings, but like they're supposed to look like old-timey paintings just based off of like photos of your cats that you turned in. I believe it's from Turn Me Royal. I tried to get gilded frames for those as well because they just really escalate the classiness of the paintings. However, those paintings are on such thick canvas that there is no like gilded frame that's exactly the right size and depth. So I had to super glue them on, which looks kind of whack, but what can you do? Let me take you a little bit closer to show you the bookshelves in greater detail. Oh, but before I do, check that out. That is supposed to be an Italianate style, Victorian era, sort of like street lamp light fixture. Technically it's for outside, but I wanted it inside. I think it just adds such a Victorian atmosphere in my opinion. Okay, let's head over to the bookshelves. So here we have, like I said, the gilded, not gilded paintings of my cats, which I think are so hilarious. And then we have these like tin posters that are witch themed that are not quite as classy. At some point I might like swap them out with something after traveling somewhere if I find something better. We have these two little Romanian figurine dolls. I have no idea where I have them from, but they just really crack me up. If you want to know a secret, my husband sometimes puts them in inappropriate positions so that they will be in inappropriate positions behind me while I'm filming and I won't realize it. Luckily, the like cinematic effect that I use to film the videos on my phone kind of blurs out the background, but if you ever see them in unsavory positions, just know that it was my husband's doing. Then this one's really cool. This is a real vintage antique gas lamp, I think, or an oil lamp, one of the two. I don't actually know the difference. And then of course we have here the LED candles that so many people are concerned about in my videos. I switched to these a while back because I realized that the fumes from real candles are pretty toxic. I have these little like disco Christmas tree decorations. Obviously the Christmas wreath, which in the fall time is a fall wreath. These little candle holders are also pretty cool because they're made of bark. And so they just add a really wintry, natural, another cottagecore accent. There's this Bluetooth typewriter that my husband got me that I do sometimes use when my nails are short. When they're longer, it's a little bit harder to use, but I keep it up there also as decor. And then some of these are wrought iron candle holders from my grandma. So these are like vintage Romanian. These are the real deal. I literally wish they still made decor from proper materials, but everything these days is like plastics, microplastics, and just trash. Okay, let's move into the dining room. Hi, Cannoli. Wanted to make an appearance? Sweet boy. Oh, before we go into the dining room, this is the hearth. It's not currently lit, but I will include some videos on screen of how it looks when it is lit. I bought this fire screen that again is supposed to look like wrought iron, but is probably made of some sort of trash. But it looks decent. So the cool thing about the dining room and also our bedroom is that we installed these light fixtures that are supposed to look like wrought iron candelabras. They're inspired by the chandeliers I saw in Bran Castle in Transylvania, which is known as Dracula's castle, even though technically it was not. So I love how it looks. So here we have like sort of behind the dining table, the bar cart area and just a sideboard table. We have some more fake gilded candle holders. I did see some, not real gold, but like real gold looking material at the store. One of these days, maybe I'll replace them because it looks much better. Also gilded frame for this photo of my grandparents, gilded frame for this painting that we got from the Monet Gardens. Couldn't find one the right size for this painting I got from Prague. I love this table runner in the winter because it has like a wintry mountain area feel and yet it's not too seasonal. I love these tin posters for the bar area. I think they're really funny. This one reminds me of my husband in his appearance, and also he's saying "niet" in Russian, which means no. It was, I believe, propaganda during the Soviet era of like, you shall not drink vodka. This one we got from our travels in Portugal, and this one is very like Prohibition 1920s style. This is my little absinthe tray. You can't really tell, but there's like a little absinthe fairy on it. And I keep in here my two whiskey crystal glasses. I would love to one day have like an actual crystal decanter to put the whiskey in up here, but right now I just feel like it looks so classy. Actually tonight we're filming, my husband and I, a Patreon episode where I'm going to be making my secret old-fashioned recipe. It contains a couple ingredients you might not expect and it takes like under 2 minutes to make. We're going to be sharing like parenthood hot takes. So if you want to find the link to my Patreon, check in the description. Let's briefly move into the hall and then work our way into the kitchen. Also, if you hadn't noticed, I really love Oriental rugs. Okay, entrance hall, I just wanted to show there are a couple more paintings of animals. This is Prince Harry, me/my parents' cat that we got from Atlanta. And then this is my husband's family's deceased Lily, also named Wheezy. Hers was too big. I couldn't find a gilded frame large enough for her. I'm still looking. And then Harry's got it super glued on. Again, super classy stuff, I know. Now in the kitchen, there's just one thing I wanted to show, which is this condiment rack that I found on Etsy that has like potion jars. So you can see it contains like labels, The only thing is that it's so tall it doesn't fit under the kitchen cabinets, so I had to put it in the opposite corner of the kitchen, which is kind of whack. Now in the corner there was a spot to put a wall sconce, so I put these like candle looking wall sconces, and now we have the bedroom. There is one thing that's going to be on the walls that I haven't put up yet because again it's not super glued on properly, but it's this, I think, Turn Me Royal painting of me and my husband, which is always so funny to me. I think it's so hilarious. I am trying to super glue it in a gilded frame, but it keeps falling apart. Here we have a canopied bed. I just bought like the cheapest 4-poster bed I could find. It doesn't look too hot, and then I added 2 sets of lace burgundy curtains, one on each of the posters, and then I bought a satin red duvet. The inspiration for this was definitely Samantha's bed from Sex and the City. However, it can only really be used as a duvet. We can't actually use the one that's like for the bed sheet because it gets so slippery. The pillow that I straddle always falls off, and like I always feel like I'm slipping in bed, so like I only really recommend it for the duvet. I got it pretty cheaply off of Etsy. Back there we have some like mushroom tapestries that I feel like don't really match the vibe in here. That's more like an earthy cottagecore vibe. I might put that in the nursery instead at some point when I find something better to replace it there. We have some more wall sconces, this time with like real with more LED candles. Tissue box with this like vintage book looking case. And then of course, I don't know if you can see this beautiful tapestry back here. When it comes to tapestries, I think the larger the better, because this one covers a good amount of the wall. It feels like homey, cozy. The one I got for the nursery is a little smaller and it just doesn't quite feel as complete. But this is a painting that I recognize from somewhere, I think from the Renaissance era. I loved it, and so I wanted to get a tapestry with it. And up here we have another chandelier. I have like a printed out canvas of the birth of Aphrodite that we saw in Florence at some point, I think on our honeymoon. And there's another oriental rug, of course, which really matches the red romantic theme of the bedroom. Super, super romantic bedroom. My husband begged me not to say this on camera, but I joke about it being called the Chamber of Sensuality. Hopefully none of our family members are watching this. I think that's about it. So in summary, if you want to really make your apartment or home or whatever like a Gothic castle, definitely recommend a 4-poster bed with canopies. Lace always looks super romantic. Satin bed sheets, gilded frames, olden looking light fixtures. We're talking wrought iron looking candelabras, wall sconces that look like they have candles in them, woven tapestries, golden accents, dark shades of wood, oriental arabesque rugs, nice table runners and tablecloths that match the season and color scheme, a vintage looking fire screen, whatever like antique items you can find at your antique store, like say an oil lamp, seasonal wreaths. I always have either my autumn, winter, or summer wreaths up because I don't know, I just always love a reminder of like what season we're in and like what I have to celebrate at that particular point in the year. Am I missing something? Oh, little condiment rack with all the potions. I think that's about it. Yeah, I hope this gave you inspiration. If there's anything you think I'm missing, anything that you have in your home that you think would be my style, definitely let me know. I'm always looking to add a little extra Gothic element to my home. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you.